Okay, but like, oh, look at this cat. Oh, just look how cute she is. All tucked up like a bean inside the comforter. Just, oh, that's my baby. That's my child. Um, but yeah, so Phoenix Wright. I literally haven't played in months. I remember like, hello Teuton, hello. Um, I remember basically how the story was going. I don't remember exactly what I need to do case wise. So you're probably gonna see me repeat some shit. You're probably gonna see me fumble around and be like, I don't know what's going on. But otherwise, we're gonna try our best to remember and figure it out. So let's just go, I guess? Oof. I was with Sal and Oldbag, the security lady, when we found the body. The assistant was there too, only Powers was absent. I immediately called the police. Then Powers showed up. The security lady, Oldbag, was quite agitated, pointing at Powers, saying he did it. I asked to be left out of the proceedings. I went back to the trailer to get my script and direction notes. Then I went home. I don't remember if she gave that exact testimony before. I see no issues raised by this testimony. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. Okay, Nick, we're close, really close. She may be acting tough now, but if you put her on the spot, she's sure to falter. Find the key you need and twist the truth out of her. Nick. Right. Alright, so I need to look at my court record. Maybe. Oh, I would have to hit present. The only thing I found odd was... what was everyone else doing at that time? No one said a thing. It was silent. Completely silent. So we stood there until Powers finally arrived on the scene. Sorry I'm late. Then, silence. Dead silence. Silent. Hey Nick! Why is everyone so quiet? Someone should do something to lighten things up. It's a murder case, Maya. It's not exactly like, haha, we should be joking and shit. The script and your direction notes. Yes, they're quite valuable. It wouldn't do to have them stolen. I'm gonna look at the court records while we're here real quick. Okay. No, I guess not. Press harder. Wait a second. thought you came to Studio One for a rehearsal. Why didn't you bring your script and notes? Well, I was under the impression that we wouldn't be able to rehearse anything. Why? There was a murder after all. Who could think of rehearsing after that? Oh, yeah, I guess. Very well, Ms. Vasquez. Please continue. Oh. Your Honor. I have an objection to the witness's last statement. Huh? Think. Ms. Vasquez said she didn't bring the script because there wouldn't be a rehearsal. Oh, yeah, okay. Okay, no, here, let me he's probably gonna say it, but let me piece together what I thought was kind of weird. And, like, it's been a while since I've played, so things weren't clicking in my head. But it's weird because she went there to assume there'd be no rehearsal. You know what the problem is? She didn't know he was dead before she first arrived. It would have been she would have had to have arrived first with the stuff prepared, and then to be like, oh no, I guess we didn't need this because someone was murdered. It's not like, how do you can't know that someone was murdered before you show up. Like, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't make sense. Don't you see what that means? She would have had to know about the murder before going to Studio One. Oh, I'm an idiot. Order! Order! Mr. Edgeworth! What you have just said is a reasonable observation, but you're helping the defense. However, I find it hard to understand why the prosecution would make such a move. Or are you thinking of a career change to defense? I appreciate the concern, Your Honor. I will stand by my statement, however, regardless of how the court sees my role here. Now, Ms. Vasquez, do you have an explanation? Can't believe Edgeworth is helping me. I also can't believe I didn't notice something so obvious. Sorry. There we go. It was just getting way too loud for some reason. So the prosecution is in cahoots with the defense? What kind of court is this? No matter, actually. Sorry. There we go. I think you misunderstood me. I had a perfectly good reason to believe there would be no rehearsal. Very well. The witness will change her testimony to reflect this reason. I knew that Hammer was injured and couldn't do any action scenes, so I left them behind. We have to find something to peg this on her here, or everything we've done till now will have been wasted. I believe in you, Nick. Go get him. Oh shit! How? Okay, I know exactly what to do. Hold on, I think. I don't think I'm right. She couldn't have known that he was injured because she wasn't there for the injury scene. Oh shit, how do I present that though? No. Because I don't think she was there for when the injury happened, was she? Maybe I have to press her on it. How did you know about the injury? How did I know? Sal. He told me. Sal, the director. You have to find something to peg this on her here. Up. But I don't think he was there. Oh gosh, what am I supposed to do? I don't know, I'm just gonna press on everything because I don't know how to prove that she wasn't there. I don't think she was there. We were to meet at 5 for the rehearsal, so I'd say it was then. When exactly did you and Mr. Manella arrive at the studio? About 10 minutes before. I wasn't stuffing any bodies into costumes, mind you. Where were the other employees when you got to the studio? They weren't there yet. Well, then you could have put Hammer in that costume with Salmonella's help. Oh, what did I just say? Did I not just say I wasn't stuffing any bodies into any costumes? You should try to listen to what people are saying, boy. But, boy? The witness will continue her testimony. Mr. Powers was taking a nap, correct? So he says. Oh my word, Norton, shut the fuck up. Did no one call for him? Remember what? There was a dead body lying in front of us. Yet you expect me to be calm. You certainly seemed calm enough when I accused you of murder. Press harder. Wait a second. Wouldn't that be the other way around? The other way around. You discovered a murdered body and one person was missing, right? Wouldn't you normally go looking for the missing person? I have to agree with the defense on this one. Well, Ms. Vasquez? Logically speaking, perhaps. But no one there was thinking very logically, I assure you. Also, without his steel samurai costume, Powers doesn't really stand out. We often left him on the bus when shooting at location. No one noticed he was missing. Ouch, that's harsh. Poor Powers. Well, I suppose that explains that. Very well, Ms. Vasquez. You may continue. Wait, did I already read this? Oh yeah, I already did this. Because they're trying to enunciate. Yep, everyone was dead silent. And then she's like, lighten up the mood, even though we're talking about a murder investigation. Old bag. The security lady. Why did the security lady think Powers had done it? She said because she saw him going toward the studio. Right. The Steel Samurai. Did the detective arrest Mr. Powers based solely on the security lady's word? Perhaps not. She seems to have also given the detective that photograph. Of course, I heard all this after the fact. That photograph, meaning the one taken by the security camera. She's not known for exhibiting the best sense of judgment when it comes to Hammer. I don't think there's anything in there I can use. You asked to be left out? Yes. It seems that everyone else was questioned, and I'm really not fond of that sort of thing. But you can't just decide who the police will and won't question. Thankfully, the studio thinks otherwise. They were nice enough to understand that, since we were in a meeting. There was no way we could have been involved. Thus, they covered for us. Covered for you? Or covered it up for you? There must have been a lot riding on it with all those bigwigs at the meeting. Hello. Yes, my mic's working. Okay, got paranoid. I'm sure her professionals helped convince everyone they didn't require questioning. I'm gonna try something. Wait, really? I didn't think that was gonna work, honestly, but I'll take it. You knew that Hammer was injured? Don't you think that's a little funny? I mean, it was the Steel Samurai who was injured. Oh, I'm an idiot. I am an idiot. The names are not clicking in my head. I knew Powers. Powers is the Steel Samurai. The Steel Samurai is the one who got hurt. And he went to go sleep it off. Hammers didn't get injured. Oh, my word. I'm mixing things up. It's been too long, guys. I'm so sorry. You're all probably screaming at me like, Hammers wasn't the injured one. What are you doing? It was Will Powers. And, okay. What? And that's why... Duh. And then that's why people thought he was the one who was the murderer, because there's a Steel Samurai on photograph dragging his leg, and the only people who knew he got injured was Hammers, Powers, and the old lady. That's what I was trying to prove, but I couldn't remember. Ugh! Mr. Wright, explain yourself. Yes, Mr. Hammer is dragging his leg in this photo. But that's because he was pretending to be Mr. Powers. Pretending? Yeah, this is the photograph I was thinking of, but of course it wasn't an actual photo. It was just a cutscene. This is what I was thinking of, though, and I had it reversed in my brain of who it was. One person was injured in the run-through that morning. That person was Mr. Powers, not Mr. Hammer. And so she didn't know he was pretending to be injured. Now, why did you think it was Mr. Hammer who was injured? I already said it was Sal who told me. That's right. He must have gotten it wrong. I think not. Mr. Manella was at the run-through that morning. He would have known it was Mr. Oh, I guess he was there. Okay. He would have known it was Mr. Powers who was injured. He saw it happen. Why would he tell you the wrong person? Miss Vasquez? You saw Hammer limping, I think is the answer. Actually, you didn't hear anything from Mr. Manella. You saw Mr. Hammer limping with your own eyes. Yes, but wasn't it Mr. Powers who was injured? Yes, but remember, Mr. Hammer was dragging his leg too. He was pretending to be Mr. Powers. Oh! And when was he doing this? Well, it would have been after he put on the Steel Samurai costume and went to Studio 2, where he was murdered. Exactly. Miss Vasquez, you met him, didn't you? You saw the Steel Samurai limping. And Mr. Hammer was in that Steel Samurai suit. That's why you were confused. That's why you thought it was Mr. Hammer who had been injured that morning. Order! Order! I will have order! You say that a lot, Judge, but Witness? Can you refute this claim? Yeah, let's see you sneak out of this one, Vasquez. Very well. I have a question for you. Urgh. Why are the real killers always so persistent? Why in the world would I want Mr. Hammer dead? Yes, he'd fallen on hard times, but he was a star. I had nothing to gain from his death. Nothing. Yes, you would need a motive. Why would she have killed the victim? There is a reason it is unclear to this court. Does the defense have anything to say on the matter? In other words, can you prove she had a motive? I think I can prove it. Of course I can't prove it. What are you talking about? I think I can, because I think it has something to do with the blackmail of a few years ago. I think. Though I'm not 100% sure. I'm gonna try it. Okay. I have proof, and I'll show it to you. I present to the court evidence as to Ms. Vasquez's motive in this murder. I can only assume it has something to do with this. I can only assume. I don't know. I could be totally wrong. This is my proof. This is the photo from before? This photo reveals the motive in this murder. I'm right, aren't I, Miss Vasquez? 5 years ago, Mr. Hammer was at the height of his fame. With Dee Vasquez's help, a terrible accident was swept under the carpet. Ladies and gentlemen, the case currently up for trial. It began on that day, 5 years ago. Ironically enough, that accident precipitated Mr. Hammer's fall. His fall from stardom. His guilt weighed him down, no doubt. However, you, Dee Vasquez, used Mr. Hammer. You made him work for you for petty change. bringing us to the present day, and Mr. Hammer's last role as the evil magistrate. Yes, undoubtedly, it was a constant source of shame for the ex-star. One moment, Mr. Wright. We are talking about motives here, yet you have only talked about Mr. Hammer. It almost seems as if it was Mr. Hammer who had killed D. Vasquez, not the other way around. I wonder if he killed somebody she liked. Like, we don't know who the person was that was killed, but what if it was someone she cared about? I'm wondering. What motive would Miss Vasquez have? Yes, that's right. Thank you, old man. You're helping me out. You're giving me good things to use. Thanks, Judge! According to what you say, I would have had no reason to kill Hammer. He was a good source of income for me. And I'd never get rid of useful men. It's a policy of mine. Mr. Wright? Please explain Miss Vasquez's motive for murder. Shit, do I have evidence? I don't know if I have anything. I don't know. I have no idea. She had no motive, Your Honor. What's that now? It was Mr. Hammer who was out for blood. All Ms. Vasquez did was push him off the stairs. In self-defense. What's that now? It's simple. Mr. Hammer was intending to kill Ms. Vasquez. What? What? Your Honor. Jack Hammer drugged Mr. Powers with sleeping pills. Jack Hammer snuck into the dressing room and stole the Steel Samurai costume. Jack Hammer wore the costume to fool the security lady into thinking he was Powers. Then Jack Hammer made his way to the trailer. And for what purpose, you ask? To kill D. Vasquez, who had so cruelly taken advantage of him all those years. Oh. Oh. I mean, because you gotta think, why the hell is a man pretending to be somebody else? And it's like, oh, shit. So, you did do it, didn't you? She kind of looks pretty with a normal smile on her face. Is that weird to say? And not smoking away? Yes. I am guilty. It was me. Zoe, excuse you.